very much for waiting. And it is going to be Roll20 map choice, and they've chosen a big map, Kaldor. We're heading to Cursed Hollow.
I'm happy about this. I would have loved to see Cursed Hollow before Battlefield of Eternity. Now, again, don't get me wrong. They played well on Battlefield, and it was a close map, very close one. But I personally expected them to try and just play that macro game. It's what most of the teams that try to come into HGC that go through the Crucible are lacking. They're having trouble with macro style. They're missing out on lane experience, and the rotations are not as crisp. Where they usually excel at is brawling. And that's something that we see from the Bananas right now. So I expected this map to come out way earlier.
Well, let's see what kind of more macro style, if they are going to bring it, Roll20 have, and how Holy Bananas are going to be able to adjust to this as we head into Cursed Hollow. Now, for Holy Bananas, of course, they have played this map a fair amount less, actually, than a lot of the other maps in the pool. Only 2 games on record for Cursed Hollow, and it's a 50% win rate.
All right, banana time. Again, Medivh would be a good ban here.
Yep.
They showed it now 3 times in a row. Why mix it up here?
They're hovering. I mean, Abathur is also a potential option who can do a similar job, but with more global XP.
Abathur is a hero that we definitely haven't seen banned yet, and I could see that banned out by them too. It's a map where Abathur actually excels.
Yeah.
Most of the question is how willing is Roll20 to commit to an Abathur draft?
Yeah, they've run it twice and lost both times, but the fact is they are willing to bring it every now and again. We're going to stick with the Maya for the moment. Tyrande being the first ban this time. Just how much priority Holy Bananas put on it.
Okay, there's the Abathur over Medivh. So Medivh actually being kept open, so Roll20 could play Medivh style if they wanted to. They banned the Haka out. They don't want him taken early on again. First of all, you target Ulf, and second of all, you make sure that this time they don't have a tool that allows them, through global pressure, get back in experience when they fall behind.
So you've left Medivh open. Are Holy Bananas banning that out because they're afraid of Roll20 playing it? Because Roll20 haven't. They just straight up haven't played Medivh this season. And they just pick up the Yarel instead, stealing it away from Zam, and they leave the Anubarak as well.
I don't think that Anubarak gets stolen, though. I feel like whatever Roll20 does, they're not going to go into an Anubarak draft. I don't see that happening.
Oh.
But the Samuro, very early this time. Banned out twice, and this time super early. And again, macro, there we go. You don't wait for the Samuro ban to come in on the 3rd spot. You ban out the Haka, you go for Samuro, you play the macro game, you pick the big map, and you try to exploit the just macro rotations and the global play in general.
First Samuro of this phase for Roll20 esports. Pulling it, now's the time. If you have a weapon like this, now is the time to pull it out when your life depends on it. No point hiding anything anymore. As Holy Bananas bring out the Muradin and the Hanzo, leaving the Anubarak completely. With
what they see here right now, they still go for Muradin over Hanzo. They're going to play through that. Anubarak would have been good with Urel too, but they will have... Let's see how they are going to play this, especially on the support side. Because right now, Deckard could be banned out, but it's Zeratul that gets focused against the copies that we're having from Samuro.
Very smart. You of course don't want to add extra healing in the late levels.
Yeah, Deckard left open here, so we could see that coming in. Whiteman has been played in the past by them, but Deckard Kane also, in the first game at least, played by the Bananas. It would be great for them here.
And as a reminder, we are currently on the pre-Kerrigan Brightwing rework patch, because of course if you want something that can help you in terms of globals, new Brightwing would have been potentially useful, but we're not at that stage of the reworked Brightwing yet.
Alright, Diablo banned out here. Leaving open Garrosh, Johanna. For Robot over here.
Good options. With the Haka banned out.
Again, this is your HGC life, your career for now on the line. How many of these players would be willing to go through the open division?
So what do we have? We see Reyna and Blaze coming in here. So unless they're taking a leaf out of America's book, that is a off-lane Blaze. But in this case, they still, like you said, they have Garrosh, they have Johanna, they have ETC or Anubarak if they wanted to go down that route.
Yeah, don't remind me of those NA drafts.
But we're going to see Genji, double Shimada
I got an opinion on them if you want to hear it.
Deckard. I mean, I'm sure people at home would like to hear it, but let's finish up this draft first and see if it is a solo tank Blaze. If it is, you are more than welcome to. Let us see for the moment. There's so many good tank options. This should be an offlane Blaze.
I mean, as you said, they definitely have the options here, and quite a few of them. You have Samuro also that you can play on the offlane. You normally want to create, especially in the early game, space for him. Tyrael being played with that. That combo between Tyrael and Blaze was actually an incredibly powerful one at the first Western Clash this year, where it was literally one of the go-to combos that you would always use, simply because you have so many added layers of defense. You have the shields from Tyrael, the sanctification that comes in, the bunker, of course, too, so you can really just keep everyone alive. And what you're looking for if you're playing a Samuro, you want to have a strong 4-man. Yeah. And that's exactly what they have right now. A very powerful 4-man team that can rotate really well, create the space for Samuro, leave him open, and Samuro himself can try and get some kills later on against structures in particular, but also join the team fights.
Yeah, there's no global outside of play of the game level 20 for Holy Bananas. If Roll20 were going to out-macro Holy Bananas, this is the draft to do it. Now is the time. Genji is the closest they have to a global hero right now, just due to his ability to rotate the map by skipping terrain. I'm really curious to see how well Roll20 are able to execute this, because it's all on the execution of the Samuro.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if the Bananas can meet this, because, again, macro game is what I was concerned about more so than anything else, and Roll20 has now, in this 4th game, finally decided to go down that path, and now we have to find out, is that the key to victory? And even if it is it too late?
We will find out shortly. We do have a very quick pause at the start of the game. Ulf has a small issue. We'll get into the game as soon as possible.
Ulf is just getting a phone call. It's like, Ulf, food's ready. Are you coming? It's like, Mom, not now. I'm busy.
It's more along the lines of, hey, have you qualified yet? Nearly. I'll call you back. He's doing a good job, but like you said, right now, Holy Bananas is the first time we're going to see them playing into a more macro-based style, with a composition that isn't that effective against it.
And at the same time, they were worried about that Samuro. They banned him twice in the 3rd ban and just said, okay, we don't want to deal with this. We don't want to go up against that. It's one of the reasons why we stretched this macro style in the first place, because they showed, listen, this isn't something we're not comfortable with. And they want to fight, they want to brawl, they have great teamfight coordination, and Roll20 finally picking up on that and saying, listen, these guys coordinate so well during these battles, let's make sure that we don't have to deal with that, play around them and see if that's the key to victory here. There are still other big maps out there, Towers of Doom is one, we still have Volskaya where you can make rotational plays.
Sky was banned, wasn't it? So we don't have that.
Volskaya.
No, Sky Temple, right?
Volskaya.
Yes, I'm saying Sky was banned as it's another big map. So I was just double checking with you.
I'm like, am I mumbling? Is he not hearing what I'm saying?
No.
I thought you meant, okay, my bad. Yeah, Sky was banned, Braxis was banned. Holy Bananas were actually the ones banning Sky, so makes sense.
Exactly.
Volskaya, again, you still have the team fight, so it's quiet, you can global.
Yeah, if you can get if you have enough push that you feel you can push enough to not have to worry about the protector that much, then you can gain value.
And I mean, think about what was the map where so far Roll20 did the best. I would argue it was Dragonshire, where they had actually like a really, up to that moment where they lose, I think they lost Greymane in the middle where Quadnix got sniped, and that was the Dragon Eye was taken. Up to that moment, they
were doing great.
Did really well there. They got a lot of kills, so these isolations that Robodoba provided, and a lot of that happened through rotation. That was against the Haka. Again, like with the globals, we're also saying deny the global to the Holy Bananas. Deny the Haka and then play the rotational global style. Because the saving grace for Holy Bananas was oftentimes that they had Ulf on the Haka, and whenever they miss out on a couple of waves, they make up for it by him being on the off lane and then globaling into the team fight.
And that's actually shown in the season as well with the Dragonshire win rate, 50%, which is their 2nd highest win rate. Their highest one was actually Dragonshire, where they had a 63% win rate over, not Dragonshire, Battlefield of Eternity, we were talking about that, which had a 63% win rate. And that also did show in the very previous game we just saw, they were dueling back and forth for a lot. It was just all down to the quick reactions of Holy Bananas that shut them down there. But that hammer, that Li Ming, was being used to great effect in terms of the Immortal Harass.
What else is left, by the way?
Sorry?
What else is left, by the way? Thinking about that right now. We have Volskaya still open, as we said. We have Towers of Doom.
And
I'm blanking.
Me too.
Tomb.
On Cursed. Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yes. I doubt Roll20 will want to go there.
But again, you can...
You can play the long game on the map if you play defensively.
I think on on Tomb, if you are forced into Tomb as a final map, if Quacknix pulls out a good draft, you can snowball it.
Maybe.
But still, first you have to prove here that the macro game is something where you are going to be superior. I mean, if you look at the maps that have been played already, this is really one of those things where you would have thought that at least one would have been picked up by Roll20, but they put themselves in the worst position possible. And well, we're going into game number 4. Let's see if they can turn things around here with Cursed Hollow being our next map.
And ladies and gentlemen, on the left-hand side, it is going to be Roll20 with Shad playing not Malfurion, Shad playing Samuro here, Quacknix on Malfurion, Chris playing that Reyna classically, Robodoba, he is on that Tyrael, and Zarmany playing the Blaze.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that role swap in a second. First of all, let's go over to the Holy Bananas with a 3-0 lead in this series. Ulf on Urel, Gogush on, we'll put it out of the beat, Hanzo. Guru himself on Genji again for the second time now in this series. We see Juf on Deckard Cain and Earth for the second time on Murden. So quickly,
Shad on Samuro.
Yeah, so Shad on Samuro, I mean, if you think about Shad and how he actually started, before he played as support, he actually was the player that played Vikings. He was the one that played Abathur, so very heavily on those macro heroes. And when it comes to Samuro, he's now taking over that position. So he's basically starting to go back into what he used to play. And he was actually known for especially his Vikings play for a long, long time, where on maps like Dragonshire, he was the first one to proxy waves, where he would use Balog, run behind the opponent's fort and just like proxy a wave, which always forced the opponent to either react to that and give up the objective. On Dragonshire, that would be the Shrine, or just simply lose out on experience. So it was a really cool play by him then. So when it comes to these macro plays, he's really great in these situations.
And on a slightly less relevant these days term, he also used to be a very proficient Monstrosity Abathur player back when the split push build used to be a thing. I remember that Team Liquid team that he was on at the time, meeting them at the airport. And they were just like, they didn't know where Shad was because he was in the bathroom. And just, where is it? Oh, Monstrosity's pushing top lane. As we see them taking out some of the minions.
Yeah, so it's more so interesting how Quacknix is going to fare on the support than how well Shad is going to do on Samuro. Let's put it like this. That being said, we're having now, for the time being at least, Samuro, of course, in the early game still a bit weaker. You're trying to get the stacks together on your level 1 talent. And he is going to get a lot of his power through his level 10 later on.
Guru taking out the Siege Giants here. Already taken by Roll20, as of course Genji is not as fast. But like every hero in the game now, it is possible to solo the Siege Giants due to the fact that their abilities are microable. So you don't have to take any damage killing them off.
12 stacks already on the side of Shad.
Not bad.
Earth, by the way, going into the 3rd win on level 1, but having 4 stacks on the Stormbolt this early in the game. Siege Giants, heavy push through the top lane, and here we are seeing that 3-man for now, as Blaze is still holding that solo lane. So later on, it's very likely that we're going to have 4-man rotations happening from Roll20 once that Samuro is able to just jump around in the map a lot easier. For now, it's just still the pressure play throughout the middle that we're seeing from his perspective. Earth meeting him here. Doesn't really have too much wave here. Oh, a Guru at the top. Whoa, Genji going down. That was unexpected.
That's a rare sight in general, let alone this early in the game when you have all your allies around you. That is an uncharacteristic mistake there.
Yeah, he got wrecked. There's not even a lot of lockdown. Basically, we only have Quacknix with the roots.
Yeah, like I assume he just got queued while jumping and that interrupted him or something. Yeah. That's all I've got.
Or Quacknix is just an absolute god on support and nobody figured it out until now.
Well, we'll find out as the game continues. Right now, that is the entire top gate and towers taken down. Going to be good pressure onto them later on. They don't take down the fountain. This would have been the end goal of their push if they have been able to get good value, because they would have denied the fountain for this objective fight.
Yeah, Quacknix. Yeah. Still there in the back. All right, so it's all about interrupt potential. And with your Moonfire on Malfurion, you have one great tool. You have Robodoba, who can also go for the interrupt. Still Samuro in the middle, finding the value here. Genji is dealing with him, at least for the time being. But the tribute is going to be delayed very, very heavily.
Finds Robodoba, or vice versa. Samuro looked like he thought about rotating, but Genji is putting on a lot of pressure. Samuro actually being dropped to half health. But a quick Q, and that's all over.
Yeah, still has the fountain up, so that's pretty easy for him to stomach. Level 7 is in the hands of Roll20 just a little bit earlier than for the Holy Bananas. And it's still that tribute at the top side that both teams are more or less fighting over. But you can see that Roll20 has absolutely no qualms of just delaying this and saying, yeah, we don't even have to go for an aggressive cap here. We know they have interrupt potential. As long as we stop them from taking it, we'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not like an Abathur composition where your objective is to delay as long as possible so that Abathur or Vikings can split soak. This is about delaying until level 10. Because once Samura hits level 10, that's when he does become that kind of hero. So they would be happy to just give this up as long as they can delay it for as long as possible and gain as much XP as possible elsewhere, which is why we saw Blaze staying in that bot lane.
Great route also again from Quacknix. Just an engage happen, the perfect moment in time. You're holding the cooldown back for the longest time. 7 stacks on his level 4 for him now. Still seeing the Samuro value here. as Guru is trying for the channel. Gets interrupted. Moonfire is fantastic for that, but Quack is starting to run out of mana.
Shad's arriving. Juve's in trouble, but with Reyna already down, I don't think Shad's going to be able to get a counter kill with 2 of his teammates down, Quacknix and Reyna both being taken out.
Yeah, Roll20 losing 2, and that is definitely putting an end to that defense. So 2 down already. Robadoba is trying to interrupt again, will be able to pull it off once more, but eats a ton of damage for that in return. So this is the last time that they can get that interrupt this early on. Bananas get the first tribute. They have a bit of an experience lead with level 9 versus level 8, but things still decent for Roll20, despite the double kill against them.
That was a long delay. They are happy with that. They are level 9 right now, or just about to be, which means the next objective, Samura will likely have Illusion Master. This is where he just becomes an absolute menace on the map, and Shad is going to come into his own. After that, it's all about just playing that 4-and-1 macro game.
Exactly, and this is the big concern here. How do the Holy Bananas deal with that? Now, they have also not taken the Divine Steed on Urel. That is definitely an adjustment that you can make when you feel you have to rotate a lot between 2 lanes to make sure that you're catching all the experience. So if you think you have to make these quick rotations, it's a great talent to take, but it's not what Olf went for here. Olf instead going straight into the Holy Avenger on level 4.
Yeah, the reduced cooldown of those E's, basically giving his team more armor more of the time. But here's level 10 for Roll20. Of course, the Illusion Master Hyperion, great delay tool. We're seeing the Sanctification Twilight Dream coming in once again.
Not only that, Hyperion is also great if you're trying to create space when you go for structures. And if you have Samuro, even without Abathur, you have a lot of threat potential against structures where you can go for a quick destroy.
Ooh, out of range. Finally able to get the second Q in to prevent Shad from channeling that in.
Yeah, it's still a big push here down at the bottom, and they are starting to take the structures. Juve again with a channel attempt. Quacknix can try and interrupt. Zarmani goes first. Not trying to stack these cooldowns here, but Quack has to be careful. If he needs to go that far forward, it's going to be difficult if he gets jumped, but that's not the case. So they're delaying the second tribute as well, and they push through the gate in the middle.
Gonna get some good value with this Bruiser Camp, denying the turn, and Genji, for Holy Bananas, is actually soaking top. This is fantastic news for them, assuming that Samura doesn't get too much value in the bot lane, because he is pushing very aggressively. They're coming out on decent XP-wise here. They've already cleaned up the push in mid lane. This is being very reasonably executed by Holy Bananas so far.
But they are starting to do structure spot side, and the entire time we are seeing Illusion send mid side. Nice arrow though, and again the X strike. Here comes the Hyperion though, as the bunker is already on the ground, and the Bananas need to be careful here.
Nice
Engage comes in, Olf is low, jumps out, and even pops the Ardent Defender, as once again we are seeing the crossfire being used here by Blaze.
Twilight Dream might have picked up the kill there, but Urel with the quick knockback to interrupt this. Samuro is even rotating to join in the fight here with the rest of the team. It's a full 5 versus 5 here as Guru is getting focused down, and down goes Genji.
Guru down, and he's not the only one that has taken a lot of damage. Everyone else is low and needs to retreat. And not only that, check out the bottom fort. That's nearly completely destroyed. That was at full HP when all of this started. So the pressure play of Samuro is already paying off.
Look at this, they're delaying this even more, because of course, the more they delay it, even if it's guaranteed theirs, the better Samuro value is going to be. They keep pushing in, but Roll20, they are still skating on thin ice by doing this. Shad has already rejoined the team, so let's say they're just willing to fight again.
Yeah, but they're sending an Illusion again to the bottom, so he can always jump there if he wants to. But yeah, they're going for the fight again. Arrow, the lockdown. Sanctification is perfect though.
Samuro is wrecking Juve in the backline. Absolutely wipes him as Quacknix is able to survive. We see Ulf in full retreat, giving Armor to Earth, but he will go down.
Roll20 absolutely shatting on Holy Bananas here.
And we will see the boss being taken by them as well. They have the tribute. They're going to get the boss. Good shielding from Tyrael. And this is fantastic play by Roll20. Shad is all over the map right now.
Yeah, Shad is playing absolutely fantastic here. And now Roll20 with a triple kill and going straight for the boss.
I'm going to
doing
drop
extremely well. Guru needs to be interrupted,
and
it barely happens.
That would have been a little embarrassing if that had happened. We see Samuro teleporting down to his own team's boss. He can probably do that just by himself, right? Just good illusion micro. Are they actually going to lose this anyway? They're actually just going to lose this anyway. They might just end up getting cursed due to this.
To be honest, I don't really think they even care too much about the tribute. If you look at the boss at the top side, that's going to get value. They're level ahead already. 5 kills versus 2. 4 the bot lane is low. Now we're seeing Shad together with Quacknix trying to get the next boss here. They have taken complete control of the map here and are using this extremely well. The tribute is a bit annoying that they weren't able to get it, but they were just saying other stuff's more important for us right now.
Gugush cleans up the lanes, keeping his team nice and healthy. Needs to protect those tier 2s, as of course keeps equal catapults. There's the wave clear coming in here. Where's Samuro? He's in mid lane and also in the boss pit, and mostly in mid lane now because he's teleporting all over the place.
Yeah, like he's everywhere. And again, in the last fight, as you could see, Holy Bananas had a massive problem with him with Samuro. Shad did so well there, especially getting the kill against Deckard Cain in that backline. It was just so troublesome. And now he's busy in the middle. He's already jumping down to the bottom to try and help out here. Always looking for the next lane where he can get more value, opening up the map for them.
He's bringing the illusions though, not sending one to the tribute like it looks like he was going to do. Genji doing some damage too. Quacknix sanctification is dropped here. Looking for the turnaround. The bunker being used to counter the sanctification though as they begin to turn around with the pressure. But Guru again being focused. Chris dropped low but able to back out, and Guru fleeing for his life. Shad can't chase further and has to swap out.
Guru barely getting away here. It was nearly another kill by Samuro, but also the bunker a bit too late that we saw on the side of Roll20 to save Quacknix. That could have definitely been... Yeah, Fury could have survived there. If that was a bit better coordinated as the attack started, well, there was definitely a chance.
The bunker actually overlapped the sanctification a fair amount, so they actually lost value in 2 ways. Not getting it in time to save Quacknix, and make it losing value of the sanctification from it as well.
Yeah, like... Malf died anyways, like both of them burned. It's like no matter what you do, it's like if one of them happens in time, you keep him alive for the time being there. Now quest completed for Samuro too, that's going to make him even more powerful. But you can definitely tell that this is an angle that Roll20 can attempt to exploit if they want to take the Bananas down here. So far it's working out for them, but we have seen the team fight prowess of the Bananas in the previous games. And if in the late game they are able to win another big team fight, this could be the last map.
It's a level and a bit behind for Holy Bananas. They need to be able to find some XP somewhere or grab this tribute. Of course, if they get this, that's a curse. That's their comeback opportunity. But the lanes that are cursed aren't going to push that far, because guess what? Samuro's going to be in them.
Also, 16 is so close for Roll20 that if they can just delay it for a bit longer, they can get the value. And already we're seeing Samuro still in the back. Illusions get taken down immediately to not allow him to jump around here. Limiting his movements, very important.
Yep, kill off the illusion. Dragon Arrow coming out. They're committing to this. Trying to kill off Quacknix. X-Strike's decent. Twilight Dream only really hits Muradin because Gugush is getting so low. Finally finished off by the minions. Sanctification able to turn this round as Earth and Ulf dive forward looking for more.
And Samuro is there once again. Deckard Cain got shot on in the last one. Again, Guru barely jumping out, but it's a 1-for-2 trade already on Roll20 isn't even done. They want those bananas. Dude. They want the Pentasium. They're going in for Urel. Ardent Defender is being popped. Ulf is trying to jump away, but it's too late as Samuro goes in with another kill.
And that evens up the tribute count 2-2. Next tribute will be a curse, but a talent lead, and now a full level lead, almost a 2-level lead for Roll20 right now.
And you look at this and the immediate question is, how would the Holy Bananas deal with this if it comes to a game 5? Do you ban out Samuro earlier than you did so far? Do you give up another ban for this? Is that your biggest concern? You can see that the efforts of the Bananas are always focused on Quacknix. And he knows it too. He did a fantastic job juking throughout the entire fight, but all the defensive layers were already used, so he was pretty much on his lonesome. But they got a 2-for-1 trade. once he falls. So that's still fair game. If he's able to just delay his own death and allow the rest of the team to get counter kills, that's absolutely all right.
If he can do it, though, the IV is the key factor there. 16 is going to be available for this fight for Holy Bananas. This might be their last chance to take a proper fight like this. 16 versus 16. This tribute is a curse. Blaze trying to deny this. Dragon Arrow is dodged beautifully. Now Earth is in trouble. He gets the Avatar off, though. Samuro has arrived. It's a full 5 versus 5 as the bunker gets deleted here. Stay a one and listen on Tyrael if they can kill him off. There is no sack. Huge kill coming in for the Bananas.
Tyrael already down. The Hyperion still getting value, though. The quest completed on Earth. Shat moving in from the side once again, looking for an opportunity. Zamani is trying to create it with a quick jet propulsion, but doesn't get it through. Shat going in again. Quacknix through the root. Doesn't hit anyone just yet, but the Bananas are still on the run, and Shat is starting the channel.
They need to interrupt. They're moving forward, but the oil is too good. Scatter Arrow is not that good. Knockback from Raider, and the curse comes in. Even with that kill, Holy Bananas, they're going to try and commit to this. Good root from Deckard, and Chris is tanking through this beautifully, but Ulf finishes him off, making it a 1-for-1.
Hanzo down. Reina has already fallen. Earth is on the run here as well. Quacknix is trying to escape at the same time. Shat in a bit of trouble, but immediately going out with another illusion. Earth still following it up, trying to create another kill here, but the situation is dire for the Bananas. They are starting to lose structures. Top lane keep is under so much pressure. There's a wave, there's a camp, and that keep is going to fall.
It is gone, taken out. Roll20 able to, in a 4 versus 5, take the tribute and mostly escape. Kills are once again a little bit more in favor of Holy Bananas in that last fight, but overall, Roll20 is still looking strong. This Siege Giant camp, though, that is some value during the curse, denied by the minions.
MVP camp right there, but still, they don't even care about that fort. Why would they? They go for the boss instead, already working on it. The Bananas reacting with a boss call by themselves at the top side. They know that the top side boss is highly important, because if that one's taken, that one walks towards the core directly. But what the Roll20 wants, of course, they want to get the second keep at the bot lane. If they eliminate that too, that's 2 outer lanes that push with catapults, and that would be the dream.
They're bringing friends. Everyone is here. Samura's going to grab this watchtower and then likely probably grab 1 lane worth of XP in mid. No, he's bringing the real monkey to the fight to begin with.
Samuro Shat already looking there to take down another minion wave. Make sure that that boss just walks through right towards that keep, and it's tough to defend this one. Even the core is not out of the question, depending on it. And a great jet propulsion against Earth.
Earth's tanking through it, though. He has Avatar. Undefender's not up yet. Earth has to leap away. It's a lot of damage there. They have Hanzo. Good scatter arrows are burning down his boss, but the keep's already down.
Half HP on the boss, and once again we're seeing Urel jumping in a little bit too deep here. Urel is down! Urel down, and that's the chance for Roll20 to put their name onto the scoreboard. They're starting to go in. Hyperion already being used here. Bunker on the ground, and they're going deep, but Guru barely surviving.
It's a 4 versus 5. Dragon Arrow against all the backline members. Samuro, though, is wrecking this core. A great X-Ray coming in from Guru, but nothing is stopping Shad as he puts Roll20 on the board. It's a 3-1 currently in favor of Holy Bananas, but Roll20, the reverse sweep is possible. It can be real.
Put Shad on Samuro and win the game. That's basically what that's like.
Ban Samuro, please, as Holy Bananas, because that was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that was quite the play by Shad throughout all of this, and very well coordinated. Great macro play by them, and yeah, the 3-1. Roll20 holding on to hope barely, but they do.
Wow.
Again,
it's close.
Go Curse, Dandy Haka play the macro style. That's what they did, it works. The question just is, which maps are left? Where can you go? And how much can you really push the Bananas before they start banning out these heroes against you?
Well, Bananas have some time to think about this. As ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head to a very quick break. Can the Roll20 reverse sweep continue, or will Holy Bananas close this out? Find out after the break.